Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your November the 29th, just for today, in a meditation. I hope you're doing well this morning. Let's go ahead and get into that meditation. Our higher powers care. We believe that our higher power will take care of us. That comes from the basic text, page 58. Our program is based on the idea that the application of simple principles can produce profound effects in our lives. One such principle is that if we ask, our higher power will care for us. Because this principle is so basic, we may tend to ignore it. Unless we learn to consciously apply this spiritual truth, we may miss out on something as essential to our recovery as breathing is to life itself. What happens when we find ourselves stressed or panicked? If we have consistently sought to improve our relationship with our higher power, we'll have no problem. Rather than acting rashly, we will stop for a moment and briefly remind ourselves of particular instances in the past when our higher power has shown its care for us. This will assure us that our higher power is still in charge of our lives. Then we will seek guidance and power for the situation at hand and proceed calmly, confident that our lives are in God's hands. Our program is a set of principles, our white booklet tells us. The more consistently we seek to improve our conscious appreciation of these principles, the more readily we will be able to apply them. Just for today, I will seek to improve my conscious contact with a higher power that cares for me. When the need arises, I know I will be able to trust in that care. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the wee version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Oh, I like this meditation. I like the meditations that explain how to do something in a simple fashion, right? So it's talking about being able to believe that our higher power will take care of us. And how do we go about that? Well, start with today, basically, is what I'm sensing from this meditation, right? Start with today. In this second paragraph, right here, if we have consistently sought to improve our relationship with our higher power, we'll have no problem. Rather than rushing into making a decision, right? Acting rashly, we will stop for a moment and briefly remind ourselves of particular instances in the past when our higher power did show its care for us, right? So now, starting with today, I can build on everything from the moment that I woke up forward, right? Or in the past, and look at all of those things leading up to today. Okay, so what are those things? Now, we talk about being able to do this, but I really want for you to start doing this, because when you start recounting all of the times your higher power showed care for you, and maybe you didn't expect it, you weren't looking for it, but it was there, and you came through a situation in a lot better shape than what you could have done on your own. We use those as block builders or building builders, right? We're building our faith. We're building our trust. And we use these blocks of successes from the past to establish a foundation for the next situation we're facing, our here and now. And when you just recount, maybe not even 20 different things, when you start to recount the first few, something shifts in your brain that now makes whatever you're dealing with more surmountable, right? You begin to believe, if God did that for me there, or my higher power did that for me there in that way, why should I expect anything less? See, the thing about the God of my understanding is that the care and the love for me is consistent. It does not change. It changes only in the sense that it gets better because my understanding of it grows day by day. And so I can say, if my higher power did that, the same positive, loving, caring, spiritual guidance and help is going to be there for this. That's what this is talking about. But how do you get it? You get it by practicing it. And that's what a lot of us don't do. We don't practice this relationship with our higher power, this conscious contact with our higher power. And if we're being honest, many of us don't do it because it sounds too much like religious prayer. We don't want anything to do with religion. And so we avoid the things that we identify as being religious. But I guarantee you, if you have a husband, you probably talk to your husband every day. If you have a wife, I'm pretty sure you talk and interact with your wife every day. Goodness knows, if you have children, you interact with them constantly, even when you don't want to, even when you want to go to sleep, you interact. If they come running to you and say, I don't feel good, you have your thermometer out, you're taking their temperature, you're holding them, you're checking them out to make sure that they're okay. You're trying to secure their livelihood because you love and care for them. What's the point? The point is, anything worth having is worth working for. We can't hide behind our disdain for religiosity as the excuse for not having a higher power. Makes no sense, right? Or for not maintaining conscious contact because it sounds too much like praying in the church. No. That is you still holding on to religiosity and not spreading your wings and flying with spirituality. We have to get over those hangups. Because this right here is step 11 work. But you've built yourself up to that. So don't get to step 11 and balk now. You've been maintaining spiritual principles and humbly asking for things to be removed and interacting with people in the fellowship, and you get to step 11 and you're like, oh no, this sounds too much like religion. Don't psych yourself out like that, you know? Don't stop your growth because you still have some residue of the past, some resentments with organizations from the past. Don't stop your growth now. You're worth it. You're worth the effort. I think you're worth it. I wake up every day and do this because I think you are worth it. I think I'm worth it. And the people that I interact with, I think they're worth it. You're definitely worth it. I believe in you. My name is Mighty Stream. I want for today to be the most beautiful November 29th that you've ever had. I want it to be a beautiful day for you. So have a great day on purpose.